From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily Podcast for Friday, February 9th. We begin with the Delphi murders case. Richard Allen's attorneys want to stop prosecutors from adding the new murder and kidnapping charges. They filed a motion yesterday. Allen currently faces 2 counts of felony murder. Carroll County prosecutors are also asking for contempt of court charges against his defense team. On to your vote 2024. Indiana Representative Victoria Spartz held a town hall in Anderson last night. Spartz says she cannot let voters down. Yesterday's town hall happened after the Republican announced her re-election campaign earlier this week. She will hold 2 more events this weekend. And happening today, the start of the annual Carmel Winter Games. Teams will compete on the ice and raise money for local nonprofits. It's at the Carter Green. That's where News 8's Hernan Gutierrez stopped by this morning to check things out.
Right now, I have Lieutenant DJ Sheff from the Carmel Police Department and Tim Griffin from the Carmel Fire Department. They're going to be participating in what's called the Hometown Hero Olympics. That's tonight. That kicks everything off. And I'll start with that. Are you guys ready for some friendly competition between the departments?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been practicing since last year. We were going for a 3-peat. We did not win on the fire side. It was a little rough for us, so, we want to try to get that back. But it's actually always a great time. We have a ton of fun. The community comes out and watches. And it's also fun to have a little friendly competition between the departments.
Lieutenant Sheff, are you guys ready to maybe repeat yourselves?
Yeah, we've been preparing all year. Tim had mentioned that there was another winner, and we've actually got some inside information. They've been doing some scooping around, trying to figure out what's going on with the other departments. But we've got a game plan going, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go.
So there's some scouting, is what you guys are scouting your guys' practices. How do you guys practice for this? How does this work?
Well, I mean, there's always a good competition between police and fire, right? But then you brought in street department and parks department, so we want to make sure whichever one of us is the top dog, here in Carmel. So we've had a lot of fun with it, and a ton of fun events. We've got Hungry Hippo, which is done out trying to scoop in a bunch of balls. We ride human curling on our tubes, and then my personal favorite is the trike race, so which the police have a little bit sometimes an advantage. I mean, they're trying to pit maneuver everybody.
Hopefully later today we'll show off, maybe make our fool out of ourselves on this little ice rink here. I shouldn't say little, but it's turning into a little pond. Yeah. Hopefully the temperature keeps up. But Lieutenant Sheff, tell me a little bit more about what people can expect.
Well, it's a great opportunity. People out here, the community can come out and enjoy the entertainment for this evening. And then tomorrow evening, we'll have another opportunity for our community. We've got 12 teams tomorrow night, 5 teams from the city itself tonight. They can come out and enjoy it and really just participate in the cheering sections, if you will, for each of our teams. Of course, for the police department specifically is who you should cheer for first.
Great. Well, thanks for being on this morning. Thanks for waking up a little early. The Hometown Hero Olympics tonight, that starts at 6. And tomorrow the Winter Games start at noon. It's free to come watch. Reporting in Carmel, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Friends and family are mourning a man who died while helping a stranded driver Tuesday night. Police say 22-year-old Justin Dobbins was struck by a car on I-70 while he was pushing another driver's car to the shoulder. They say someone had called Dobbins for help when their car broke down. His former coach says he isn't surprised Dobbins was helping someone in need.
Definitely sounds like he would help somebody, for sure. That's how he was. He was a really good teammate. So that carried off into the world.
Police say the man who hit Dobbins stayed on scene and is cooperating with investigators. A newly released report from the special counsel found President Biden willfully retained and shared highly classified information when he was a private citizen. The report from special counsel Robert Kerr says that President Biden shared information regarding military and foreign policy in Afghanistan, but concluded that criminal charges weren't warranted. This follows a year-long investigation of Biden's improper handling of documents during his time as a senator and vice president. Kerr's report cited Biden's advanced age as one of the reasons that made him forgetful for records that couldn't be refuted.
I know there's some attention paid to some language in the report about my recollection of events. There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that? Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business.
The president assured his memory is fine. He also denied that he ever shared any of those classified documents. We've all been waiting for it. Super Bowl 58 is this weekend, and a lot of people will be watching this year's game. But eyes will most definitely be glued on this year's halftime show. 8-time Grammy Award-winning singer Usher will be taking the stage. News 8 sports director Anthony Calhoun, who's in Vegas, caught up with this year's performer earlier this week.
Here we are in Las Vegas. We are getting closer and closer to kickoff between the Chiefs and the 49ers in Super Bowl 58. It's going to be a big-time matchup here, and we're excited to bring you all the coverage here on Wish TV. You know, everyone's going to be talking about this game coming up on Sunday, but a lot of folks will be gearing in on that halftime performance. That's going to be done by the R&B sensation himself. Usher will take center stage during halftime for this year's Super Bowl. You know, Usher's been in the business for nearly 30 years, and this is the first time he's going to be on a stage as big as this.
Please join me in welcoming Usher.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing? He's been in the spotlight since the age of 15, and now one of the best performers in the world will take center stage at Super Bowl 58. 9 #1 hits, 8-time Grammy winner, over 80 million records sold. And come Sunday, the 45-year-old Usher will be on the world's biggest stage, performing at halftime at the Super Bowl.
This is just really a testament of dedication. I don't have this moment by myself. All of my fans that I bring with me, each and every person that had anything to do with the music, the creativity, everybody is a part of this celebratory moment.
Over 115 million people will have all eyes on this icon, and he has just 13 minutes to deliver.
I push myself because that's just a choice. I want to be great. I want to set standards. I want to be a standard that is seen through my passion for music, my passion for creativity.
So what can fans expect to see on Sunday?
There's been these fantasy lists that have been going out and people trying to figure out what song I'm going to perform first, middle, last, who's going to come on the stage with me. Yeah. What I did is I was very mindful of my past, celebrating my present, which is here in Las Vegas, and thinking about where we're headed in the future. What songs do I feel people know me for? What songs have been a celebration of all of the journey of what life and love and emotion has been offered in my music.
And how about this? Talk about perfect timing. Usher's releasing his new record, his 9th one in his career. You guessed it, he's going to release it on Sunday right here before he gets ready to perform in Super Bowl 58 between the Chiefs and the 49ers. Want to mention this morning that Reba McEntire and Post Malone, they're taking part in the pregame festivities before the kickoff here in Las Vegas. And don't forget, everybody, we got continued coverage coming up tonight, 5 o'clock, right here live from Las Vegas. We continue to work our way for Super Bowl 58. Anthony Calhoun, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.